How's it, guys? So just a quick insert before this video begins. If you felt as though you benefited from this poetry series, can you please consider hitting that subscribe button? So if you followed these videos religiously, I thank you so much, but you also know the goal of Goon School is to change the landscape of education in South Africa. And by you liking or subscribing or commenting, it really helps push the video out, not just for the 2025 matrics, but for 2026, 2027, because ultimately I want to reform the education system in this broken land with so many issues. Societal, economic, educational, and yeah, I'm trying my best here. So thank you so much. It's probably the last video you're going to watch this year. I'm probably going to say that again soon. But yeah, I just want to thank you all for just clicking on this video, for giving me your valuable time. And yeah, just thank you again. The video is going to start now. So yeah, all the best in your final exam tomorrow. Well, unless you're writing next week. You got this, okay? I believe in you. Bye. Hello, beautiful people. This is probably the last Goon School video that you're going to watch this year. Thank you so much for clicking on it. The long-awaited prediction video. Let's get into it. So, these are the poems that have already been examined, right? These have been examined in November. These have been examined in May, June. May, June, who writes these papers? Well, the inmates, the upgraders, those who have passed matric but simply want to improve their marks. The rewriters. Okay, those who have failed matric and who are writing again, and the ASC kids, the adult senior certificate kids, typically older than 21, and they're coming back and writing. So this doesn't typically form part of ordinary course matric. It's like a second chance matric, if I could put it like that. This is where you typically fall into, right? So with that knowledge, let's kind of break down this prediction. So we're going to break it up into zones, right? Hopefully you guys can drive. Red light, orange light, green light, that's how we're going to do it. So in our red zone, what is very unlikely to appear in tomorrow's paper, or today's paper if you're watching this in the morning. Dans van die Reën and Examen Lokaal have been examined in the most recent paper, right? So that's going to be in our red zone. That's going to be in our red zone as well. Ken jy die see and Sproei Reën, also in our red zone. It has been examined in a matric final examination, right? So ken jy die see, red zone, Sproei Reën, red zone. These have been examined before, okay? So there's a less likelihood of it being examined again. Then in our orange zone, now these have been examined before, but not in like ordinary course matric, if I could put it like that. So there is a likelihood it could appear in your exam, but unlikely because it's already been tested before. So, wetenskap mannetjies, haar uitvaart, die heks van Hexrivier and Hans Worsch, all going to form part of our orange zone. So OR, 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 and OR Tambo. Okay, so those are the red zones, those are the orange zones. In other words, we're going to have our green zone. So these are the poems that have not been examined yet. So in other words, there is a very good likelihood that these poems are going to be examined again. Sorry, that they are going to be examined for the first time, right? So just going back to our red zone, we've got 4 poems here in total. There are 4 poems. And the fact that they have been examined before in the matric final examinations, it's just the likelihood is very low. So I'm thinking that these are not going to be examined again. So 0 out of 4. Now for orange, again, we've got 4 poems here. Now this has not been asked in like ordinary course yet. So I'm not thinking 0. There's a part of me that is thinking you should get 1 of everything that's in the orange. So you'll either get wetenskap mannetjies, heks van Hexrivier, haar uitvaart, or Hans Worsch. Right? That's my prediction. That's what I'm thinking. And in our green zone, everybody, what I'm thinking here is that you should get 1 of the 2, at least. So look, I really do hope that I am wrong, in the sense that I really want you guys to get 2 greens. Here's why. So for green, you need to know this like your life depends on it. Literally, know absolutely everything there is to know about these poems. That's what I'm saying. Absolutely everything. Know it through and through, line by line analysis. Know it perfectly. Okay? For orange, what I'm thinking here is you need to have more like structural understanding of it. So know what all the stanzas mean, like a proper knowledge of it. Do some past paper questions as well. Like have a thorough understanding of it, of the structure. Know what each stanza means. Know what some of the key words mean. And for the red portion, what I'm thinking here is have a bit of a reading knowledge of it. So just know what it's about. So if I ask you about Sproei Reën, tell me about what Nachi and Star Anise mean there. If I ask you about ken jy die see, tell me about our poor fisherman and this consumer that is just like, oh, it's too expensive, it's too expensive. So that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, that is my prediction for tomorrow's paper. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. So I'm thinking you should get one from orange and one from green, but I really hope I'm wrong. I hope you get 2 greens because you're learning these two like your life depends on it. So I do pray that I'm wrong, and I absolutely hope you don't get anything from the red zone. Then you guys are gonna come, Goon School, how could you give us that prediction? Okay, sorry if it does come out, but yeah, this is just what I think. Please don't come for me tomorrow after the paper. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and all the best for your final examination, unless you're writing like consumers or hospitality or dance or design or music next week. But yeah, thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.